Nicole's health was getting worse and worse. She was getting more and more fatigued, and the jaundice from the rare liver ailment was starting to show in her face. The doctors told her that she had to have a liver transplant, but the donor requirements were arduous. She needed to have someone who had the same blood type, the same size liver, and they needed to be emotionally connected. Every single candidate that the doctors interviewed was disqualified. Well, Nicole's spirits were sagging when she got that invitation to go to a NASCAR event. It was about 900 miles from home, and there were 125,000 people in the stadium. All that noise, all the engines revving, it was lifting her spirits. And that's what she said to a young man who was seated next to her. Well, pretty soon they started chatting, and they introduced each other. And his name was Jess, and he said, "I know you. I ride with your mother in a carpool to work every day." Wow, what are the odds of that? 900 miles from home and 125,000 people in the stadium? Well, they started chatting, and they continued that chatting when they got back home. And they started dating, and then after a while, Jess asked Nicole to marry him. Just before the wedding, the doctors delivered very tragic news. They said, "Nicole, without a transplant, we don't think that you will be able to live more than 6 months." Jess said, "How about testing me?" And so they did. And then, unbelievably, he had the right blood type. He had the same size liver. And because they were about to be married, they were emotionally connected. All of those odds were defied. Well, the wedding took place, and instead of going on a honeymoon, they checked into the hospital. And it was about 8 hours later that the doctors reported that both patients, husband and wife, were doing just fine. What an unbelievable series of Godwinks.